Kim Jong Un. When you hear that name, what comes to mind? Is it the image of a man with an iron grip on his country, ruling over one of the most secretive regimes in the world? Or perhaps the thought of North Korea's nuclear ambitions and international sanctions? While those may be the headlines, there's a side to Kim Jong Un that often flies under the radar, a life of unimaginable luxury and hidden wealth that rivals that of any billionaire on the planet. Welcome to Wealth and Power. Let's peel back the layers and take a closer look at how Kim Jong Un, the supreme leader of North Korea, spends his money. From hidden bank accounts across the globe to extravagant tastes in food, fashion and leisure, the sheer scope of his wealth is jaw-dropping. And for a leader who governs one of the world's poorest countries, it raises more than a few questions. The mystery of his birth and rise to power. First, let's start with the basics. Kim Jong Un was born on January 8th, though the exact year remains a mystery, 1982, 1983 or 1984. He is the third son of Kim Jong Il, who ruled North Korea with an iron fist until his death in 2011, and the grandson of Kim Il-sung, the nation's founding father. Raised in privilege and groomed from a young age to follow in his father's footsteps, Kim Jong Un was always destined for power. By late 2010, he was already being touted as the great successor. When Kim Jong-il died in December 2011, North Korea's state television wasted no time, immediately naming Kim Jong-un as the new supreme leader. Since then, he has collected titles like a collector amassing rare artifacts, General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, President of the State Affairs, and Marshal of the Korean People's Army, to name a few. All of these titles reinforce his grip on power and ensure his place at the very top of North Korea's political hierarchy. But what about his personal life? How does a man like Kim Jong-un, born into a dynasty that demands absolute loyalty and worship, spend his time and, more importantly, his money? The hidden fortune. Let's talk numbers. In March 2013, a joint investigation by South Korean and American officials uncovered a staggering $5 billion in assets and bank accounts controlled by Kim Jong-un and his family. These weren't just any bank accounts, they were scattered across more than 200 foreign banks in countries like Austria, Liechtenstein, Russia, Singapore, China, Switzerland, and Luxembourg. Most of these accounts are believed to be in China, with some holding hundreds of millions of dollars in cold hard cash. Think about it. $5 billion squirreled away while the average North Korean struggles to put food on the table. It's a stark contrast that highlights the sheer opulence that Kim surrounds himself with, hidden from the prying eyes of the world, but it doesn't stop there. The mansions, palaces and private islands. Kim Jong-un's lifestyle is nothing short of extravagant. He owns almost 20 palaces and mansions scattered throughout North Korea, each serving as a personal playground where he can retreat, host parties, or strategize his next move. And he's not afraid to splurge when it comes to luxury vehicles either. Kim's car collection is said to include over 100 high-end cars, with a strong preference for European sports cars. Private jets? Check. He owns at least one, ensuring he can fly wherever he wants, whenever he wants. And let's not forget his love for the open sea. Kim has a luxury yacht that stretches over 100 feet, a floating palace where he can relax and entertain guests. According to former NBA star Dennis Rodman, who has visited North Korea several times, Kim spends a significant amount of time on his private island off the coast of North Korea. Rodman describes it as like Hawaii or Ibiza, but he's the only one that lives there. The elegant First Lady. Ri Sol-ju, the wife of Kim Jong-un and the First Lady of North Korea, embodies elegance and luxury. Although she maintains a low profile, Ri Sol-ju is often seen wearing high-end designer items. From her clothes to her accessories, she consistently exudes the image of a billionaire's wife. She's been spotted carrying a $1,600 Christian Dior bag, a testament to her refined taste. Despite the secrecy surrounding her life, her public appearances reveal her affinity for luxury, making her a fitting counterpart to the supreme leader. Fine dining and lavish feasts. Now, if you think Kim's tastes end there, think again. His appetite for the finer things in life extends to his dining habits as well. In 2014, Kim reportedly imported almost $1 million worth of Brazilian coffee, $155,000 worth of whiskey from Germany, Denmark and Georgia, and a whopping $219,000 on wine and champagne from countries like Italy, Bulgaria and Macedonia. Not to mention the $134,000 he spent on scallops from China. Cheese might seem like a simple pleasure, but not for Kim. He reportedly splurged $67,000 on cheese alone, particularly French varieties, which he developed a taste for while studying in Switzerland. His love for high-end dairy doesn't stop there. He even imported $59,000 worth of chewing gum to satisfy his sweet tooth. And if you think that's bizarre, some sources suggest that McDonald's burgers are flown daily to Pyongyang, despite the fast food chain being banned in North Korea. Horses, palaces and watches. Kim Jong Un has an expensive taste for fine things. Horses, for example. Between 2010 and 2023, Kim imported at least 138 purebred horses from Russia at a cost of $584,000. He's often seen riding these majestic animals through the snow-covered peaks of Mount Paktu, one of North Korea's most sacred sites. Each horse costs around $12,000, and it's reported that 20% of the state budget goes towards maintaining facilities to house and train these animals. And what about his wrist? Kim doesn't shy away from flaunting luxury watches either. He's been seen sporting an IWC Portofino automatic, valued at $14,000, and a Movado Museum timepiece. In 2016 alone, he imported 100 brand new Rolexes as gifts for his elite party members, and his entire collection is rumoured to be worth around $8.2 million. Let's not forget the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun, originally built in 1976 as Kim Il-sung's official residence. After his death in 1994, it was transformed into a mausoleum by Kim Jong-il, with the renovation costs estimated at $900 million. This palace is the largest mausoleum dedicated to a communist leader and serves as a shrine to the Kim dynasty, secret harems and lavish spending on women. And then there's the matter of his so-called pleasure squads, groups of about 2,000 women and girls reportedly kept to entertain North Korea's elite. The cost of maintaining this secretive entourage is as extravagant as it sounds. In 2016, Kim reportedly spent $3.8 million on lingerie alone for these women. According to reports, they are sorted into different units, with some trained to sing and dance, others to provide massages, and a select few to serve more explicit purposes. It's an unsettling glimpse into the personal excesses of a leader whose people often face shortages of basic necessities, statues and self-aggrandizement. But Kim's spending doesn't just stop at personal luxuries. He's also keen on leaving a legacy. And what better way to do that than by building statues? Statues of himself, his father and his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, dot the North Korean landscape. In fact, he spent an estimated $46 million to build his own statue and bronze statues of his father and grandfather. Beyond that, he's ordered the construction of 45 additional monuments and statues in the last 5 years, spending around $160 million in total. It's all part of the larger-than-life image he's crafted, a leader deserving of reverence, respect, and, of course, a bronze likeness on every street corner. The great successor's expensive policies. Kim's policy of Byungjin, the simultaneous development of the economy and the country's nuclear weapons program, comes with a hefty price tag. While he has pushed forward with consumer projects and construction developments in the country, these are often overshadowed by the massive investment in military infrastructure. In 2018 and 2019, Kim took part in landmark summits with former South Korean President Moon Jae-in and former US President Donald Trump. These meetings, while historic, ultimately didn't lead to any significant progress on denuclearization or the reunification of Korea. However, they did offer a rare glimpse into Kim's diplomatic side, something the world had not seen before. Yet, behind the smiles and handshakes, the reality remains. Kim Jong Un's North Korea is still isolated, and his nuclear ambitions are as strong as ever. Crazy expensive things Kim Jong Un owns. So let's dive into a few of the most expensive, mind-boggling things that North Korea's leader has acquired. And trust me, some of these will surprise you. Let's talk about the Ryugyong Hotel. Picture this, a pyramid-shaped 105-story skyscraper piercing the Pyongyang skyline. Construction began in 1989 under Kim Il-sung and was completed 26 years later in 2015. This architectural giant is often referred to as the Hotel of Doom due to its eerie, unfinished appearance for many years. Now completed, it stands as a strange monument to the North Korean regime's ambition. Ever seen a more intimidating hotel? Moving on to the next, Air Force. Kim Jong Un boasts an air force with around 110,000 personnel and approximately 940 aircraft. Most of these planes are Soviet and Chinese models, ranging from fighter jets to attack helicopters. And then there's the quirky addition of the Antonov An-2, a propeller-driven cargo plane. You could say it's a mixed bag, but one thing is certain, Kim Jong Un's aerial assets are no joke. Now there's the Masikryong ski resort. You might not think of North Korea as a ski destination, but Kim Jong Un begs to differ. Perched atop the 1,360-meter tall Taehwa Peak, this ski resort features a 120-room hotel with pyramid-style towers, and it can accommodate up to 5,000 people. Built on Kim's orders, it's equipped with everything you'd expect at a world-class resort. How many North Koreans do you think get to enjoy this winter wonderland? Let's talk about the mystery phone. Rumour has it Kim Jong Un's phone of choice is an HTC model, but nobody knows for sure. Why? Because his security network is designed to keep every conversation locked down tighter than Fort Knox. It's the ultimate spy gadget for the ultimate secretive leader. Coming in next, private golf courses. Forget about just one. Kim Jong Un owns several of the best golf courses in North Korea. Maintained by workers employed by the government, these courses offer a luxurious escape for the leader and his inner circle. And if the stories are to be believed, Kim Jong Un has never lost a game. Go figure. After that, we have military ships. North Korea's naval fleet is massive, boasting amphibious assault ships, destroyers, frigates, mine-laying vessels and patrol vehicles. These ships don't just look intimidating, they cast a dark shadow over the entire region. It's a reminder of the ever-present tension on the Korean peninsula. This might surprise you. A piano collection. Kim Jong Un reportedly owns more than 20 pianos spread throughout his many homes. And here's the quirky part. He plays them daily. And if he hits a wrong note, he doesn't blame himself, he blames the piano. That's one way to deal with mistakes. Considering that a grand piano can cost upwards of $170,000, importing 36 of them amounts to a staggering $6,120,000. That's a lot to spend on musical instruments. But it seems that music is a passion for the supreme leader. Kim Jong Un's passion for music extends beyond American tunes. In 2018, he admitted his admiration for K-pop after attending a 2-hour concert by South Korean performers in Pyongyang. The show featured popular acts like Red Velvet and singer Cho Yong-pil. Next, we have submarines. North Korea's submarine fleet is nothing to scoff at. It includes 22 Romeo-class submarines of Chinese origin, 4 Soviet Whiskey-class submarines, and several other types. These subs lurk beneath the waters surrounding the Korean peninsula, representing a constant threat to South Korea and other nearby nations. Controversy, crime, and international scrutiny. But it's not just about the money. Kim's reign has been marred by allegations of human rights abuses, purges, and even assassinations. In 2014, a United Nations Human Rights Council report suggested that Kim could be put on trial for crimes against humanity. Reports have surfaced over the years, pointing to his direct involvement in the purge and execution of several high-ranking officials, including his uncle, Jang Song-thaek, in 2013. He is also widely believed to have ordered the assassination of his half-brother Kim Jong-nam in Malaysia in 2017. These acts, combined with his lavish lifestyle, paint a picture of a leader who is both feared and revered, a paradox of power, wealth, and brutality. The future, what lies ahead? So, what's next for Kim Jong-un and his hidden wealth? Is it only a matter of time before international sanctions begin to bite harder? Or will he continue to find ways to maintain his luxurious lifestyle while his people struggle? And what about his nuclear ambitions? With tensions between North Korea and the world still high, how will he navigate the future? These are questions that only time will answer. But one thing is certain, Kim Jong Un's wealth and how he chooses to use it will continue to be a subject of fascination and concern for years to come. What do you think? How do you feel about the way he lives while his people endure hardships? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this deep dive into the world's most secretive leader intriguing, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us bring more in-depth content straight to your feed. Thanks for watching.